You see, in America, we have the right to self-actualize however we choose to for our own life balance. And our life balance for most people of America who understand the history and heritage and the struggle of all races and peoples who have legitimately been born here know that that foundation is faith or some sort of philosophy. We swipe the PH for the F sound. That is what is the basis of their mission, vision, and values for their lifetime. How do they live their life is based on those principles of I choose to be in the light of the Lord, or whatever you call your deity, or whatever you call your faith line. Some people might choose Confucianism, but not say it's any type of religion from China. I, on the other hand, used to call myself a Christian Confucianist, or a Confucius Christian, because I align my soul line with the principles of Confucius and Mencius and Lao Tzu. But openly, I've read all those works. Does that make me a lesser Christian? No, it doesn't. Does it make me a better Christian? Probably it does, because I have a better understanding of historic and older generation Chinese in the way that they align themselves to a principle of good over evil. There's certainly plenty of Chinese here in America that don't belong here, that came here through ill-gotten means and decided to stay here after studentship because nobody actually took them back to the airport. They put themselves into positions in companies or corporations like Albert Chen of Carmel, Indiana, and openly, how did he get to stay here? What was it about his student visa that allowed him to do that? Does China and America have a different principle than Japan and America? And maybe that's a problem now. Maybe we're giving favored nation statuses to people of communist or socialist republics because we're trying to improve them. We're not improving them. We're harming us. So when I talk about these things with you, I'm saying you've got to teach the truth of America. That American citizens, first and foremost, who've been here since the Mayflower, the Gettysburg Address, and others, have rights. Now, we had a great speech delivered by Biden from Gettysburg. We need more speeches like that to preserve American values. But American values are about diversity and not perversity. And diversity is saying, I accept you for who you are in your soul and in your culture and in your heritage. But when you get offended when I ask you where you're from because of your Asian face, I kind of feel, how dare you, because maybe I know something about your birthplace. Maybe I have an interest in your community. Maybe you could be a liaison instead of a bastard of Satan who says, I'm offending you by asking you. Now, I'm sorry, but you chose to live in America where mainly blacks and Anglo-Saxon whites are birthed. So if you've come in from Chinese ways and you've been here for generations on end, then you can still say I'm Chinese American because technically you are. You don't get to claim Caucasian on your demographic surveys, do you? Or do you? Do you lie about that? You see, I don't know. I know what I claim. I always have to claim Caucasian white. That technically is my lineage, my heritage, and whatnot. But when you thought you had the right to put your hands on me and my body in your Chinese or Indian morals, you didn't have any right to do that because I did not authorize you to do that. I was forced by some law enforcement officer to do that. The liars in the family will keep copies of papers and documents that aren't their lawful right. But sometimes they're doing it to safeguard it, in theory, away from the people that will steal from a storage unit in the night, including the managers that don't operate them right.